All right, good morning again, everyone. Welcome back to Court Farms for our 1000 Cows series. This is Needs More Drums, and today we have another busy day of, selling some of these products from these cows. So we have some more equipment that I'm going to invest in today once the store opens. We're going to look and see if they have a little pup trailer for this milk truck. We could double our, um, you know, capacity for the tanker so we can make half the trips selling all of our milk. Uh, I want to invest in some like a straw blower so we could cover these pens in straw and start selling some manure, because if you remember at the end of the last episode, I mentioned that we ran into what seems to be a limit at the BGA with how much slurry we can sell. And unless we want to fill our farm with storage containers for slurry, we're going to end up producing it faster than we'd be able to sell it. So my alternative to that is to sell manure instead, and for that we need straw. We need straw in the pens, and it's not as lucrative as the slurry, especially at the garden center. It sells for about half of what it does at the BGA, but at least we can dispose of it and not have it, maxed out in our storage of all of our barns. So that is the best approach, I think, to doing that. And to sell that, I want to get just a regular trailer. I don't want to use either of these. I'd like to just get a bigger, high capacity trailer kind of just for selling our manure, because I mean, these cows are producing everything at such a rapid pace. If we take a look actually real quick, we could see just, productivity is at 100% on all the barns. We have a lot of slurry being produced. We have a lot of milk being produced. I mean, just yesterday, this was, they produced almost 20,000 liters overnight. I mean, yesterday, this was at 600 when we were done. Same with this. I mean, look, we're maxed out on milk, so we need to get that trailer ASAP. And the food, too. They ate pretty much all of their capacity overnight. So we're going to need to probably do a round today of feeding. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump in to the and get some food in these barns, and then once the store opens, we can sell some milk and get our trailer. All right. So before we went to bed last night, I actually took the liberty of getting a full load of TMR all ready to go, so that in the morning we can just drop it off. I think this is, I like doing this a lot. It's pretty simple to make. We got the recipe down. It doesn't take too long as we use the bales. And that's another thing too. Pretty soon I want to start looking at potentially leasing a wheel loader so that we can, take advantage of that bunker silo, really get, make use of all the silage that we have, and just get this TMR produced at a much faster rate. I mean, anything that we could use to speed up this process is going to be great, because just taking care of these cows has, been pretty time consuming. And I'm a little bit worried about when we get to our field work in the spring. Granted, we will have Jerry back and stuff to help us out, but until then, we're kind of on our own, and it's been taking up pretty much all day, both of these past couple days, between feeding and selling all the products. But then again, once we get this other milk trailer and this manure all figured out and stuff, we should be able to start selling our products much quicker and taking less trips to the store. So, all good things. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump in the telehandler, get these bales loaded up for another round of TMR, and we're gonna head down to the big barn to sell the rest of, not sell it, fill that with some food for the cows, since we do have quite a bit of a demand for that. Since, I mean, come on, I can't believe they ate like 80,000 liters of TMR just overnight. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. And as you can see, I've made such a mess of the bales in this barn. It's kind of hard to maneuver in this shed. It's pretty small, so is what it is. But I'll clean it up as we go, and then I think what I'm going to do from now on is kind of keep each shed limited to only one type of product. So this is going to be the hay barn, and then I'll have a silage barn and a straw barn, if I can make that all work according to plan. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this filled up. Let's get these cows fed, and then I'll check in with you guys once we are able to, get access to the store and buy some equipment. Oh man, I'm just really making a mess of this. I'm telling you, these mouse controls with the telehandler are not super great. I would like to invest in some kind of joystick or something at some point, but still figuring this out, so don't want to rush into anything like that. But anyway, talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, it's 10 o'clock, so the dealer is now open. So let's go ahead and give them a call and see what they got in stock. All right, so one thing that we wanted was this additional trailer for our milk, which it looks like they do have. So we can grab this. We're just going to probably buy this one outright because we definitely have 25 grand for that. Then buy that. And the other thing that I wanted to buy was actually in the same category. I wanted to get one of these straw, things or whatever. I don't know which one I want to buy. I mean, this one is super cheap. This one's a little bit more expensive, but it looks pretty big. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna need to make a lot of trips if we use this one. I'm thinking that this bigger one might be the better option. I know it's expensive, but I think that we could swing it. So we're gonna go ahead and give this one a shot, I think, and see if we can see how it works. Let's just go ahead and buy this. And then the final thing that I wanted to see is a manure trailer. Not a manure spreader, but just a trailer that we can use for manure. And I think that is going to be, I was looking at this one here. We can set it up to be a 37,000 liter capacity for only 55 or like 51 grand, I think. And especially if we just do the standard version. And yeah, with the extension, it's only 50,000. So we could actually just go ahead and lease this for now for 2,000 bucks a day. I think that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And so right now we currently have these 3 pieces of equipment leased and everything else we own, which is overall not too bad. I also didn't bother to snow plow this yard because it looks like it's supposed to snow more today. So we'll plow it later if we have to. Plus we just don't really have the time right now. So anyway, let's go ahead, jump in the New Holland, head to the store, start picking up some of this equipment so we can get some of this stuff sold. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the milk truck first because I want to get that barn emptied out. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll get the manure stuff. All right, and we're just pulling in the store right now, and we could see hopefully some of our, yep, there we go. There's some of our beautiful equipment that we have just purchased and or leased. So I think I'm gonna turn around here and hook up to that trailer. We're gonna need a little bit more room. Not in this guy's way. No, it looks like we're good. And we go ahead and hook up to this milk trailer. All right, there we go. Let's head back to the farm, fill this up, get a load of that sold, and then we'll come back for the manure stuff. Actually, we might as well sell a couple loads. This is only going to take us about 2 trips, 2 or 3 to sell all of it. Not too bad compared to what we had to do before. It's the driving that really takes a while on this map. You know, this is a big map, and when you're driving to and from the sell points, you know, 4, 5, 6 times in a day, it just really racks up the time. So hopefully just the fact that this is going to cut our driving time in half is going to be just fantastic. And same thing with, you know, that manure trailer that we just got. I mean, that thing it just has a massive capacity. So once we do start producing manure, that's going to be really, really handy in getting that sold quickly, because the less trips that we have to take, the better. And I don't even know where the garden center is. I mean, we can sell some of it, like I said, at the BGA, but once we max that out, assuming it has the same capacity limit as the slurry does. You know, once we max that out, we're gonna have to start selling to the garden center until we have a use for it. But then we don't have a manure spreader, so I think I might stick to the slurry for the, you know, natural fertilizing purposes, and then we'll invest in maybe a manure spreader later on. Oh, am I gonna make it? Oh, just barely. I know I wanted this pup trailer instead of the just a regular semi because this thing is a little bit better at maneuvering these tight corners. Having a semi trailer on this map just does not seem very practical at all. It's just that the corners and the gate entrances are way too tight, and there's no way I would be able to make those wide turns off of these narrow roads. So I think this is the best thing to do. All right, there we go. We are all loaded up. Just gonna take this over to the store, see what we got going on. Probably just gonna take it. Let me check see if the same place is kind of having the highest price at the moment. Yeah, so tall trees still pretty high with the price. I mean, there's some higher prices at some of these places, but I don't really know where a lot of these are, and I don't really feel like driving too far. I mean, we have Valley View, we have tall trees, town stores all the way down there. I don't even know where the garden center is, to be honest with you. I think it's up here. Nope, it's farmer's market. Was the garden center this one, like all the way over here? Yep, sure enough, all the way at the other end of the map. So good thing we invested in that high capacity trailer for the manure, because I don't want to be driving all the way to the end of the map multiple times if I don't have to. So we'll just go to tall trees for now. They always give us a good price for this. Can't really complain. Yeah, time is money, so the less time we got to drive, the better. Weird, I had a little bit of a trouble there trying to sell this milk. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I wonder if it's this trailer. I mean, it looks like it should work. Don't know why I'm having a little bit of trouble here. That seems to be working better now. I wonder if I have to detach, sell it from the main truck, and then sell it from the trailer. Seems to be working a little bit better. But anyway, so there's our milk. I think we got about probably close to 20 grand for that. You know, with both trailers, so can't really complain there at all. Let's go ahead and go back to the farm. We'll get this loaded up again, then probably make just one more trip down here, and then we'll go and back to the store and get the rest of our stuff. Alright, so here we are again, coming up to the store here. Man, can I just take a minute to say just how beautiful this map is in the wintertime? I know the snow looks like it's kind of melting now, but I mean, like, man, it is just fantastic. I really like the detail that's gone into this map, and the seasons, just like all the seasons, look really, really good. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up this this straw blower, shredder, whatever you want to call it, first, because I want to get straw down so that the cows can start actually producing manure, and then in the meantime we'll come back and get that trailer, you know, a little bit later. But yeah, you'll notice again, and just another $20,000 in the bank from one load of milk. So I mean, being able to do twice the amount of sales in, you know, half the time is just fantastic. I'm really loving that new trailer, and this is going to be, you know, even better. So we are slowly making some cash, and pretty soon we'll be able to invest in that wheel loader, make our silage work even quicker, loading up that TMR, getting that ready to feed to the cows. Can't really complain. You know, things are looking a lot better than they did in the first episode of you know, when we got the cows. This is actually getting to be, dare I say, somewhat manageable. I'm a little bit surprised, but I think we'll be able to make it work, especially once we get some more equipment. Another thing that I want to invest in a little bit down the road is another tractor. This is our most powerful tractor, and it has quite a lot of hours on it. You know, it starts to, you know, starting to depreciate a little bit. The condition, you know, the wear and tear is becoming a little bit more noticeable. You know, it's not in the best of shape. So I'm thinking about, like a John Deere or maybe like a Massey Ferguson or even a Valtra. And that's one brand that I never have dealt with in this game. So I don't know. We got a few options. Leave a comment, honestly, what you think would be a good option for a second tractor. I do want to go for like a medium tractor, probably nothing too large, just because it is kind of a little bit overkill for what we need. So a medium tractor, I think, would kind of do everything that we need it to do. And, definitely not a small tractor. So, yeah, let's see here. So I am going to grab the telehandler, and I think we need to see what this kind of does here. This is for, this is for the blower. Okay. And then this is for back. All right, I see. So, we're going to go ahead and get the telehandler and just drop some bales in here. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Let's see how this works. I've never used one of these before. Very curious. Oh, yeah, look at that. All the snow's just melted too, even though there's some more coming. But it gets pretty warm during the day here, actually. It gets into the 40s, so the snow doesn't really stick around too long. Let's see what happens when we drop try like 2 bales. See if that'll work at all. I think I might try to go around this way here. Make sure that we're lined up to the back of the trailer. Make it a little bit easier rather than trying to drop them in from the side. Which I guess wouldn't be too bad if I was doing 1 bale at a time, but since we're going to do it this way, what if I'll do it like this? Oh, come on. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. I wonder how many bales we can actually fit in here. Let's give it a shot, because I don't want to come back for a bunch of trips. We don't have to. I'd rather try to get as many in here as we can. I think we can at least get like 4 to 6, and that would be fantastic. We can get that many in here, because that's quite a good amount of straw. And like I said, the more that we can get into the barn at one time. Or it's kind of hard for me to see here. We're working in some pretty tight spaces. That's the one thing about these English maps. This one and like Calmston Farm and most of the English maps actually, they're really everything's a little bit smaller scale. It's not like working on an American farm where you got these big wide open flat fields. These are a little bit more nothing is square, everything's kind of a cool shape. The roads are tiny, barely 1 lane. I mean, getting American equipment down those roads, it would just be impossible. So it's always cool to play in a little bit of a different setting than I'm used to, especially compared to where I live. You always see these big vast fields. So anyway, yeah, we're just I think I can fit 6, so let's go ahead and give this a shot and see how much straw we actually get in the pen. I wonder if it's going to take more than 1 trailer load for just one of the barns. We're going to have our work cut out for us, which I really hope isn't the case, because I don't feel like driving back and forth a bunch of times this straw into the barns. But, we'll do what we have to do, I guess. So, let's go ahead and jump in and give it a shot. It's kind of weird that I can't move that arm there, it looks like. But it does look like the straw is working. We got 10,000 liters in there now. Let's go ahead and see if we can, how much this one takes, because it looks like we're only going, if we can only go through like 3 bales or so, that's going to be awesome. Also looks like about 3.5 bales looks like for this barn, and this one typically has a little bit more capacity. Well, actually, let me go back. It looks like I ended it a little bit early. Yeah, see, I think we'll set it about 20,000 maybe. Yeah, that's my guess. Yep, there we go, 20,000 liters of straw. So we'll see now if they produce, some manure from this. But yeah, let's go ahead and load the rest of this up with another 6 bales, and then we'll head to another barn and just kind of keep this going, see what we can do. Check back in with you guys in a little bit. Well, if you look at that, it looks like I can even get 7 bales in there if I really try hard enough. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and drive this down to some of the other barns, and like I said, talk to you guys in a minute. All right, and we're just coming into our last barn here with our load of straw. So it seems like these actually take 40,000 liters, these bigger ones. Even the biggest one that we have, you know, the one that's by itself over there with the milk cows in the background, even that only takes like 33,000 liters of straw. But I mean, I would assume that the consumption would be the same. So I wonder if, you know, just having more in storage is actually not a bad idea. I didn't fill them all to 30,000. I just filled them each to kind of 20,000 just to, you know, get us enough to get started. And I'm hoping that these will last us overnight. So, I mean, if we kind of look here already, well, that's unloading. You know, we've already gone through, this one's already almost gone through 1,000. This one's gone through almost 2,000 already. I mean, so it is, they do go through the straw quite quickly, but I think that's okay. I think we'll manage. I think we'll be fine. But I do want to take a note though. So this is at 150,000 liters of slurry. So I wonder if this is going to increase since we have the straw in here. I'm guessing it changes every hour. So we'll actually probably know in just a minute here if it actually affects the amount of slurry that's being produced. My understanding was that if you have straw in the pens, you'll only get manure. If you don't have straw in the pens, you'll only get slurry. But I could be completely wrong, and let's see if anything changed. Yeah, so it still did go up. So it looks like my method is not foolproof. It looks like they still do produce slurry in addition to straw. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. If we're gonna be able to leave it in the storage or not, because there is, like I said, there's definitely gonna be a point where it becomes too much. And let's just see this cow barn here. Which one is this? I don't even know which one this is. Whatever. We'll just fill it up, I guess. Can't hurt, right? We're gonna use this anyway. So yeah, so I think straw is turning out to be quite an important commodity for us. You know, I'm glad we, you know, made an effort to get some. Hopefully next year we'll, you know, have some as well. But once we go through this, I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world if we just have to use slurry. I just didn't want to use slurry the entire time. But I guess, you know, like I said, it is what it is. So it's fine. We'll manage. Shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, so let's go ahead, head back to the farm. And I think all that we're going to do for the rest of tonight is, it's still, you know, it's getting dark because it's December, but it's still pretty early in the day. So I think what we're going to have to do is sell some milk, feed some more of these cows. I want to get at least one truckload of feed into each pen tonight, including the big one again, because that one just goes through food like crazy. And let's see if I can even make it out of this gate. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can even make it out of this gate here. I kind of doubt. Actually, I know I'm kind of in the hedge, but so what? There we go. I'll take that. Not bad. Not bad at all. I know this trailer's a little bit long. It's kind of goofy to maneuver. But it's all right. I just realized I still have my turn signal on. Oops. All good. So actually, before I do any feeding, I'm going to go ahead and drop the slurry off at the BGA, see if there's any more room there for it, if I can even line up with the trailer the right way. My steering wheel's kind of messing with me. It's I don't have any force feedback. Sometimes that happens, but yeah, just while we're on the road here, we're getting on the road pretty soon. I do just want to reiterate what I mentioned earlier in the episode, but I think it's important, you know, to think about for our next tractor that I'm hoping to get. I'd like to have it by the spring so we can get another one that can run the mowers, you know, something with closer to 300 horsepower or so. But what do you guys think? What kind of tractor should I be looking for? I know, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of good options from John Deere is what I was kind of leaning towards, because believe it or not, despite me being American, I haven't really played a ton of, I mean, I've played a lot of farm sim, but I haven't really done a lot with just like American equipment. It's kind of unusual, I know, but yeah, it's always fun to, you know, do some different things and stuff. And so I haven't really stayed with the map, you know, too long and everything and done a series like this. So anyway, point is, I haven't really used a lot of equipment in the game yet. So let me know which brand of tractor you think would be good, which model, whether it be, you know, Massey Ferguson, Case, John Deere, Veltra, or another one. I'll probably put up a poll at some point soon, so that, within the next couple episodes, I can kind of have an idea of what I need to look for. And like I said, probably a medium tractor, something with, pretty decent amount of horsepower, 250, 300, kind of like that. So we can run our mowers. I think our mowers need like I want to say 230 to run. I think it's like 170 for the back one and then 60 for the front. So either one of those, something pretty powerful would be really nice. But again, it's trying to stay away from large tractors because I feel like we don't really need that yet. They're just kind of hard to maneuver, and the equipment that we would require from a large tractor, we just don't have, and nor do we really need. I mean, I know this is like a crazy amount of cows, but to be honest, we're busy. But again, we're kind of a one-man show for these couple of episodes, and it's really not unmanageable right now. It's all right, and like I said, once we start getting into some field work, we might be a little busier. I mean, maybe we can even try to solicit some help from somebody else. I mean, who knows? But anyway, yeah, it looks like my suspicion was correct that the I don't know if we're gonna be able to sell any more of this slurry at the moment. Yeah, it seems like we might have reached some kind of capacity. It's fine. We'll live. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do. we're gonna have to figure something out, because we definitely have too much sitting around on the farm, and don't really know what to do with it. So I don't know. In the spring it'll be nice because we could use it to actually fertilize our fields. But I hope that keeping it in storage isn't going to have a detriment to the health of our cows. I don't remember if that happens or not. If you have, slurry sitting around at max storage, if that actually harms the health of your cows. I feel like maybe it won't, but like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see. So fingers crossed, doesn't do anything bad, but like I said, we'll see. So anyway, I think that is actually all I wanted to get through today. We got some new equipment. We got the straw situation somewhat figured out. We'll see how long that lasts us. We fed the cows. We're going to do some more feeding tonight. But I think it's a good time to call it an episode for today. So, like I said, lots of things to think about. New tractor. I want to lease a wheel loader pretty soon. Start, making some payments towards that. And, yeah, just keep on keeping on here. Still plenty of milk to sell. I'm sure that I can already sell another round of milk by now, probably. So I might try to make another trip to the store before it closes in a couple of hours. But anyway, next month is a big one because we can sell our harvest. Typically, our cereal crops are at the highest price around January. So would be a good time to consider selling. I think we'll do that, first thing, maybe not first thing tomorrow at the turn of the month, but definitely at some point throughout the day. So stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see how much money we make from the harvest. Hopefully we can pay off some of this equipment that we've leased and, have more money in the bank for our future endeavors. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys have been having a great start to 2024. And I will catch y'all in the next episode. Have a great week. See ya.